All right, howdy folks. Welcome to the Boothpix plugin package install and walkthrough guide. Install the same as all the other CDSN plugins. You're going to download your zip file, then you're going to unzip it somewhere where you know how to find it. You're then going to go into your settings in SDK, scroll down to this overlay section in the plugins manager. You're going to hit those dots and open it up. Then down here at the bottom left, you're going to click import. You're going to find that Boothpix plugin, click open. It's going to show up in the list. Then you're going to come over to the components tab and add that remote control. You're going to click on that, and then down on the bottom right, click add to remote control. Get that on your SDK remote control page, and you're ready to go. This one is not too complicated, but has a lot of flexibility depending on how you set it up. So this is the remote here. First thing you'll notice is it's got hide and show, it's got a title, and it has these 5 boxes and things to go from there, and a couple driver picture options. This borrows the same architecture as our rolling grid and podium plugin, so it's got a similar structure, similar options. So but essentially the way this works is this lets you put in picks. So let's say, I want to make a pick with my booth partner, Lee Kiernan. We're both going to put this in. Uh, there are up to 5 of these, and they only appear once you type in the title. So if I click show right now, and my HUD might not be showing. Let's see if we can get that going. There it is. So the window will pop up blank as soon as you type in those titles. So if just 2 of us are going to do a pick, I like to do it like this. Maybe you also have your YouTube live chat making a crowd pick. So you can put this in. What this lets you do is pick drivers kind of live on screen. So I'm going to go with the number 5 of Jamie Griffin. As soon as I type that 5 in and hit enter or click somewhere else in the remote, Jamie Griffin is going to pop up in there, and so I can make my pick live and have it appear. Kiernan might take Joe Barrow, the number 4, and the crowd choice looks to be Cody McCormick, for example. And so that's there. You have those picture options, driver photo, which falls back to car logo if that person doesn't have a driver photo. The team logo from the team overrides also falls back to car logo. If there's nothing there, car logo or none. If for some reason you don't want to show anything, but I usually go with driver photo for this kind of thing. It's driver specific or whatever, and it's just shows their number, shows their car or truck, their name, and then it's going to have their start position and their current position. So this is helpful because you can make the pick at the start of the race. This will be, the starting position and position will be the same, but then at the end of the race, we can come back and say who in the booth won this one this week, and you can look through and see who had the better pick. Like I said, you can do up to 5, and they just appear as you add titles. So if you only want 2, only use 2. If you only want 1, you can do that too, although it kind of looks kind of silly down there. But if you're just making a pick by yourself, so that's one way to use this, right? And the default title is Booth Picks to Win, but I can change it to be something else. Let's say you have some birthdays, and I want to announce those drivers. You could use it for that. Let's say I want to do some ones to watch. So I've got two preset buttons down here. Actually 3. One is a clear. So clear just kind of takes everything out. And then I have a booth preset that I use each week, which is myself and my booth mate. Just our names in the blank. So we can do our picks, and it updates the title as well. Another one I like to do is this ones to watch. So this is kind of like drivers to watch out for or whatever. And I'll show you how I'm doing these presets. So all I'm doing is having the preset. Let's see if we can get this up and maybe hide that, the leaderboard that's blocking us there. There we go. So within the preset, I'm setting this button up to pretty much just set all the variables to either blank or whatever I want them to be. So if you were to click on this first title box, you'll see it's named overlay.boothpicks.name1, and the value beside it is overlayboothpicks.pick1. So within this preset button, I'm just setting all 5 of the names to whatever I want. In this case, it's the first 2, and then the next 3 are blank, and I'm setting all the picks to blank, and I'm setting the title. So you could make any preset you want just by copying and pasting this button and changing these values. So I did the exact thing with this ones to watch button, and it sets up all these things I like to do. I like to pull the defending winner for the league. The points leader always seems to be good. Hot and cold, someone who has maybe doesn't have a good average finish but has won here before. The wily veteran is just whoever has the most starts in the league at this track, and then maybe a dark horse pick. But that's just me. You don't have to use all 5. Like I said, you just use whatever you want and go through there. You can use up to 5, but that's really all it is. So you could make a bunch of these if you wanted. You could have one, and then just pre-race you come in and you put in what you're going to have here so that you can click back and forth in the race with just that single click. So like, let's say I make my booth picks first, then I'm going to want to go in and kind of make sure I jot those down here so that I can come back to the booth picks if I swap to ones to watch during the race or something like that. And that's pretty much it. This responds to the CDSN themes pack, just like everything else that we put out, or at least most of the things we put out. So let's say if you're using that Fox Sports theme or NBC, those are here as well, or whatever. I know this people like the Cyberpunk a good bit. I like that one too, especially if you're racing at Miami or something like that. But either way, pretty straightforward, easy to use. You just use the driver's car numbers to make the picks, and you type them in, and they update live on screen. I think the only other thing I'll mention is if for some reason you're in a session and you haven't actually selected a driver yet, it will be blank. And you might be wondering, like, something's broken, something's wrong. Just click on a driver in SDK, and then it will all get up and running. I hope you guys enjoy this one. I've been using it a lot lately.